Hi guys, it's Berry Babe from Florida. I haven't been vlogging because I have very limited Wi-Fi and I've been going crazy trying to keep up with vlogs. I'm wearing sunglasses because while it's not real sunny right here, I popped a blood vessel in my eye and I look like something from Night of the Living Dead. Everywhere I go, I wear my sunglasses, and I went into one drugstore, and the pharmacist was walking by, a middle-aged woman, and she said, "Oh, hat and sunglasses. Are you a movie star incognito?" So I said to my husband, we have to get home before dark because it looks really stupid with these dark glasses. Andy gave me these when we were in St. Augustine, and they're really dark. You can't see my eyes through. It's getting better, but I was weirded looking in the mirror at myself. So I had cataract surgery a couple years ago, and I was a little worried, but I read online that they usually clear in 3 to 4 weeks, and it is clearing, but it's pretty scary looking. I look a little hungover, but I'm not. Eating. I was going to try to do keto. Didn't happen. I was going to try to do HCG. Didn't happen. I ended up eating my way up to 166, and I did a freak out. I was keeping it under the 160, and then, you can't buy crap. You can't buy bags of crap and expect not to gain weight. Especially, I did start HCG, so I still had, and then I quit, but I had some in my system. So 2 days ago, this is day 3 on HCG, back again. And 3 days ago I did my first dose and I started VLCDs. I did not load. I could not see eating. I have such a hard time stopping loading that I was so bloated and feeling nasty that, I just said, I'm going to see what I can do. Well, day 1 VLCD, no loading, I dropped 7.5 pounds. And today, this morning, which is VLCD 3, on VLCD 2, I dropped 3.5 pounds for a total of 11 pounds in 2 days with no loading. So those carbs were holding water. So at 155, my goal is 140. I have a DNIC appointment on, that's my surgeon, my plastic surgeon, on April 15. So at 166, I was kind of in a panic. If I came home at that, how was I going to get that off in a month? Now that I'm at 155, I have to do HCG for 23 days. It's kind of like that trap again where I'm feeling better. My bones are coming back. At 155 was my original goal. When I hit 153, I did like the first time in my life, I panicked and promptly gained. And I've been gaining and losing and gaining and losing ever since. So, Princess Di, if you're watching, all or nothing, yeah. I'm vlogging because I've really missed it, but we are now at Big Lagoon State Park near, what is the town? Well, it's west of Pensacola, and we have been going to a town about 30 minutes from here called Foley. And anyway, right outside the campground is a library, and the library has free Wi-Fi, and they're open till 8 o'clock most nights. So last night, my husband and I went for about an hour and a half, and I had in my earphones, my Bluetooth earphones, and I was watching vlogs. And so I've been buying, we only have 10 gigs for 4 people, and so we always go over. I bought four 1 gig gifts for $40, and so we're going to be okay, but we don't, I can't use it for YouTube. And so to do videos and upload them, I was buying on Verizon for 60 minutes, I can buy an hour of streaming time for $3. So I've done that. That's how I was getting my YouTube fix. But, you know, 30 days at $3 a day, that's $90. That's, you know, we do long vlogs, and I apologize, I do long vlogs. And if you're having to pay for the streaming, you realize how expensive that is. So I'm going to be able to upload this. We probably will stop by the library today, and so I'm delighted to be back in the game. We should be home by, I think, March 10th. So I've been, what, hanging out. Had a great time with Andy and in St. Augustine, and we met up with my husband's, I don't remember if I vlogged about that, 9-year-old, when he was 9 years old, best friends until he was 9 years old, and then Dennis moved away, so we had dinner with Dennis and his family. And you know, after all the stories, I really expected to have him open the door and be 9 years old, and he's not. He's a 65-year-old man. But and my husband hasn't seen him since then, but I think there was recognition there. You know, you just never know. So, my husband's doing well. He is staying on program. He's been on HCG the whole time, and he's down over 60 pounds. He eats more. He's not doing the HCG protocol per se. He is doing low carb. We haven't tested him, but he's probably in ketosis. He eats like egg whites with ham and cheese, little bits. And so he's using a little bit of cheese, eating maybe a bacon burger here and there, you know, that kind of thing. But he's satisfied. Last week he lost 4.5 pounds, and so to do that while you're on vacation, he's delighted. He's able to buy Walmart jeans now, which is great. They fit him a lot better than the other ones did. So, you know, I'm not going to go into all the nasty things I've eaten. I'm not a seafood person. So, and I've been really appalled by how expensive, even though we're right here on the Gulf Coast, how expensive it is to buy it. A lot of the shrimp and things people are buying are frozen in the store that have come from someplace else. And groceries are more expensive here in the grocery stores. Walmart is better. And I'm doing my bone broth. I brought boxes and boxes in case they didn't have it. What you're seeing is this is the awning pole for the trailer, and behind me is our campsite. My husband just left for the shower, so I have some privacy. I was going to do it out the back, but we've got people on either side. So I'm holding up the camera. I have a tripod, but I don't know where it is. I'll have him get it out. I don't know if I'll be able to vlog every day, but I will keep in touch. Friday is a maybe cheat day. I don't know. I'm going to try so hard to get into the 140s by then so that I A, have a cushion, or B, am so motivated that I don't want to do it. But there are a couple of restaurants here that have things that are very enticing to me, and I don't know. We'll see. Once I get back to goal, I still have to do 23 days on HCG. And one of the traps I fell into before was thinking once I got down to a livable level, I could putter along and lose just point here and point there. I think it's going to be a better plan to get to goal and then maintain it, like Simeon says, until the end of the 23 days on HCG, and then go into P3. I don't know how safe I don't know how compliant I'm going to be. I'm taking it one day at a time. I just am glad to be out of the 160s, and I would be really glad to be out of the 150s, because even though this would be an okay weight for me, I still feel, big and bloated. I think part of it is going to be I've had gastric bypass surgery, so I've got a pouch, and when that pouch is full of food, my midriff bulges. And when that intestinal tract fills up, that's where it tends to, yeah, I don't know where my intestines are anymore, because I get up under my back sometimes when the drink water, the fluid bubbles around. It's like, why am I getting gas in the back of my ribs? So I'm just rambling now. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to have found close Wi-Fi. My husband would regularly take off to McDonald's to do Wi-Fi. I tried to sit there and listen to vlogs, and too much yammering going on. So if we do this next year, I'm going to have to come up with a plan. Good news in our family. My daughter's fiance was accepted into the MSU, Michigan State University School of Osteopathic Medicine. Was getting a little dicey there. He's a very bright fellow, but his MCATs were not great. He doesn't test well, but he's an incredible young man. And so people are walking by, I feel a little self-conscious. So he had been accepted into the Macomb campus, not the Michigan State East Lansing campus, which was a disappointment. And originally they were going to just go ahead and move in that direction. But my daughter, you know, we live near Flint, but she's not a city girl. And really, East Lansing is where our home is. My husband and I went to Michigan State, and his parents went to Michigan State, my parents went to Michigan State, so we kind of bleed green and white. And so they were able to get transferred to East Lansing, and you know, in Lansing, my favorite loading food is there. So I much rather, they were going to be about the same distance from us, but one's towards Detroit and one's Lansing, and I would prefer to drive into Lansing any day. So that is good news in our family. They've elected to take their honeymoon before the wedding. The wedding's July 15th, and he starts med school in the beginning of June. So he graduates from MSU. No, he graduates from U of M Flint. Sorry. In May, and so they'll take their honeymoon before he starts med school. So his traditional Catholic mother, I'm sure, is pleased with that. But he still lives at home, and they try to give him a curfew. So it's going to be interesting. My daughter's buying a car today, her first car, and the insurance just is like, oh my God. And they're going to be looking for apartments. They're going to try to get halfway, because she's got a nice job now in Grand Blanc. So they're going to try to live halfway. It'd be better if they could live closer to Lansing, but she's not much for winter driving or driving either. So we'll see. It's kind of like mom butt out. So I'm trying to butt out. So like I said, it's good to be back. That's all for now. Bye.